James, it's the Thursday practice, first week of school year, and the defense is a little bit inconsistent, especially it sounds like the linebackers.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that, frankly, we're this far into camp, and I'm sure Will Muschamp just has extremely high expectations, and that's part of it, and it's his position that he coaches. But to hear that a position where you have two seniors who are projected to start, and there's no starters yet, at linebacker with Casanova McKenzie and Chris Frost, that there's inconsistency and communication issues, that's going to be a little bit surprising, a little bit troubling. Will doesn't seem to make it out to be as big a deal. He just says it just has to be better, period. That could be high expectations. He's never going to walk away pleased. That could be part of it. At the same time, it's a little bit surprising that a position where there's two seniors who could start and a Justin Garrett who's in the mix to get a lot into that rotation, that there hasn't been more established presence and that there's still some of these issues 2.5 weeks in.
He seems to be very happy with Justin Garrett, though. He's got him at Sam linebacker, says he can even put him on the edge and rush. And Garrett, as we keep saying, is that guy for 2 years you thought was going to be a big-time star, was the A-Day game MVP 2 years ago, kept dealing with foot injuries. If he can stay healthy, I think Will Muschamp's going to end up playing him quite a bit.
Yeah, I think he's going to be certainly a lot more than a year ago, even though he played in pretty much every game last year. I think he's going to be very heavily in the rotation. I don't think it's going to be relying on Casanova to be 90+% of snaps and Chris like that. I don't think it's going to be anything like that this year.
Remember last year, Ellis Johnson kept saying, I wish I could do more rotation, but he was so hesitant to do it. Will Muschamp sees much more at ease at doing that. So you're going to see a lot more Justin Garrett. Injuries, on the other hand, Trey Matthews continues to be the big one, though apparently it's not a big injury, it's just his hamstring. He was back on the field today, but still limited, and that could still be a big issue, James, because Auburn, it seems like their depth at safety is not very good at this moment. In fact, Blake Countess, the cornerback, he's their third safety right now.
Yeah, and that's a position where we go from talking about how there's going to be a rotation at linebacker. It doesn't sound like there's going to be much of a rotation at safety at all. And the fact that Trey Matthews is back is good, but limited, that's still problematic because they're going to be relying on Trey Matthews and Rudy Ford a lot. And to hear that Blake Countess is third at this point, ahead of a Nick Ruffin, frankly, is probably quite surprising.
I thought Nick Ruffin would be the top backup.
Yeah, so did I.
At either spot.
And I think ultimately he may end up being as such, but at this point for Blake Countess to be that high, now he's a safety who, he's a senior who's been around the block a little bit, but nevertheless, Countess is one of your projected starting corners. You move him back in a safety spot. What does that do? You move Holsey down again. All right, but then who's the third corner if you're a nickel?
There's no telling. One of the freshmen.
Yeah.
He likes Jeremiah Denson and Carlton Davis, but we'll see. Will Muschamp wasn't exactly all sunshine and rainbows, as they say, but he does seem a little bit confident going in. He's got some pieces to work with. Freshmen still working to get more in the rotation as well, but still 2 weeks away. And as he said, I'm probably not going to name any starters really until 2:28 p.m., 2 minutes before kickoff against Louisville on September 5th. But we'll do our best to figure out who are the best players at AL.com.